And the one in Columbia will run from like 3 o'clock till 5:36 in that area. Then we have an after party at the Clarion Hotel. It's all free to the public.
Wow.
North Carolina, the same thing, except we start at noon on the Capitol grounds and have an after party at the Sheraton downtown in Raleigh.
That is tremendous, Harry. It's mind-blowing that you guys have grown so fast and pulled in the cadre of incredible board members that are looking for you as opposed to you going out to look for them.
Let me tell you, the amazing thing is, you can ask Billy Scott, who I'm sure you'll have as a guest, or ask Hilton.
We love Billy.
Billy's a great guy. He's been with me yesterday.
He's been with us many times.
But when we walk down the halls of the State House in Columbia, I mean, people just come out of the woodwork. They just they want to be with us. They want, what can we do to help? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, and not only the legislators, but the assistants and the workers and the security people. And
oh, sure.
You know, we almost can, let's say we've got a 2 o'clock appointment at Gilda Compunter's office, and at 1:55 we get off the elevator to walk down the hall to her office. We might be late getting there. We get stopped by so many people who know what they can do. It's crazy.
And folks are asking, what can I do to help?
What can I do?
Well, that's the same thing viewers want to know, Harry. What can they do to help to make sure to continue to spread the word and make sure the recognition of beach music is as good as it is?
Well, again, if they'll go to our website, they show we do have memberships, but we don't have memberships that benefit people. It's not one of these, if I join, what do I get?
Right.
If you join, it's because you want to help the music. Now, we do get you into our VIP parties, some of those kind of things.
Good, but let's talk about those.
You know, but, you know, they can go to our website.
Sure, bmai.net.
How they can join.
Okay.
Now, this year in South Carolina, we're saluting New Orleans. We're trying to salute the New Orleans music influence on beach music, which has been a tremendous influence. And we have the Dixie Cups coming up. Remember Chapel of Love, going to the chapel.
Keep singing, Harry, please. No, I don't remember that song. Let's go.
Number one song. You don't know that?
Give us a little more, please.
The other people in here do, I know, but I can't sing.
We're in a conference room here at Financial Insights,
Then we've got Willie T, who did Thank You, John, walking up a one-way street coming. We're talking with Dr. John. He was a big star about 10, 15 years ago. We're talking with Alan Toussaint, one of the great songwriters. Then we got Herbert Hardesty, who is Fats Domino's band leader and lead saxophonist, 81 years old, still blows sax. All those great Fats Domino records, he did the sax break, the I'm Walkins and I'm in Love Again, My Blue Heaven. That's him blowing sax break, every one of them. You know?
Wow.
I mean, so he's going to come in.
That's exciting, Harry.
Extremely outside chance, extremely outside. But there's a chance that we may get Fats.
No.
Now, this is to honor, not to perform.
Sure.
But to honor.
Right.
And, of course, some will perform, but mainly we're going to have our South Carolina, North Carolina beach music people that'll be performing during the event. So it's going to be a really nice one. North Carolina, we're putting together, we don't have everything together for that one yet.
Right. And that's May 22nd.
May 22nd.
And that's, of course, also a Tuesday if viewers wanted to go. And that's all open to the public.
Absolutely. All free to the public.
That is tremendous, Harry.
The VIP parties, we have, in fact, I'll give a plug. The official winery of our association, Silver Coast Winery up in Ocean Island.
I know it, absolutely.
Silver Coast. Great guest for you, too, by the way.
Make it happen, Harry. Open that. Get in touch with Harry.
But anyway, what we do is we have hospitality rooms, VIP rooms, at both South and North Carolina. She comes up, provides the wine. We do the chips and the dips and finger foods and all that kind of stuff.
I love it.
So it's fun. They get a chance to meet some of the artists and the sponsors, of course, come in. It's a lot of fun.
I was blown away when folks take the time to go to bmai.net. They'll see an incredible lineup of sponsors, folks from all over. I saw Capital Ford on there, a big group in Raleigh.
When
you think about
a band for us to use and stuff too.
And again, I don't want to start naming sponsors because there's so many of them, and you'd hate to leave anyone out. Again, I saw Duke Energy on there. I mean, I was blown away by the incredible support you've gotten from the two states.
It's amazed us too.
Sure, Ori Electric Co-op, who's right here in this area.
Been a great support.
Is that right? Great.
Yeah.
Seeing those electric co-ops and electric companies and other large car dealers and otherwise wrap around to make sure the word of beach music gets out there.
Well, you got to remember, it's something that we grew up with, but it's also. Let me give you'll love the story. Becky Martin, legislator from Anderson. This is back when Representative Wilkins was our speaker in South Carolina. He was supposed to have adjourned in time for them to get out for Beach Music Day. Well, there was something that came up and he didn't adjourn in time. And Becky Martin she got the floor, and she said, I'm paraphrasing, shame on you, Mr. Speaker. This is the one day of the year, there's no upstate, no low state. no black, no white, no male, no female, no Democrat, no Republican. We all love this music, and you're holding us up. So one day we can all get together, and sure enough, he adjourned.
I love it. I love it.
It's about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, I believe it. The incredible numbers of folks that have shown up for Beach Music Day. We went up, if you remember, a few years ago. I think it tied in around the same time as the time Hilda won the Silver Crescent Award.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, we were there.
And we traveled up for that. Of course, made it up another time when y'all were kind enough to bestow the Hilda Mary Carter Award. I understand Cecil Chandler from WBTW won it. Is that correct, last year?
That's correct. And our winner of that award this year will be Joe Penner.
Oh, great.
Another great,
this is not a secret.
Another great guest for you, too. Joe.
Can you make that happen, Harry? Golly, look at that.
Joe will help me MC our Beach Music Day in South Carolina. But he's done so much. He loves this stuff. He's unbelievable.
Harry, we've only got about 5 minutes, and I wanted to take the time, even though BMAI is so popular, but to promote your book from 1994, This Magic Moment, which really took off and helped open up the door, Musical Reflections of a Generation. This was a great... did it spur you to want to think about other books, or what was that like putting a book together for the first time back in 94?
It's kind of like with the association. This music is so good, and these artists were so good. It really... After the Beatles came out, things changed, and this original American music just kind of took the back seat.
Right.
And I've always held to the point, yes, the Beatles and their peers may have been good in their own ways, and certainly Lennon and McCartney good songwriters and that kind of thing, but I always felt it was never any better than this music, especially when it comes to bringing people together. You think of the great voices, the great harmonies, you got to remember, these studio musicians were the best players in the world. They weren't some garage band that became a star. I mean, these were, and they brought in choruses. They brought in, it was unbelievable. And you think of the voices of like Jackie Wilson and the great bass voices and the harmonies of the Platters and the Flamingos and come on, it was unbelievable. But the whole thing shifted, and literally after the Beatles came in, I know it sounds crazy. America, the country that invented rock and roll, turned over rock and roll on a silver platter to the British. They've been telling us about our own music ever since, but in the background. So I figured, I need to put down in writing my perspective on the history of it. I put in there about these very things, the changes that happened.
Sure.
And it was never about the Beatles or the Stones. They weren't bad guys. They didn't try. The media and entertainment industry, hey, you'd have people that had #1 records. Black artists, American artists, white artists too, and literally. They would drop their contracts like hot potatoes and go after 4 cutesy pie white kids that played guitar and sang yeah. I mean, this is what happened. It was a rush to copy the Beatles sound. It literally was almost swept under the rug. It was never for the music itself. It was to make money, of course. The biggest single record buying segment, even today, but back then too, was the sub-teen and teen female. Well, what better way to reach them than with cutesy white guys and a lot of media and hype? And that's pretty much what happened.
How long did that go on, Harry?
Well, it's still going on. It's still going on. Now, let me give you an example. Today, it's all about glitz, glamour, hype, outrageousness, looks, sex appeal, all that kind of stuff. Fats Domino. Only Elvis Presley sold more records in the 1950s than Fats Domino. And yet, had Fats Domino come along today, because he was a heavy-set black man that's almost shy, not extroverted, not outrageous, he would never got a recording contract. That music made it. You got to remember, TV wasn't the influence in the 50s when it first started.
Right.
It didn't happen until like the mid-60s, really. So the music made it on its merits. Yes, there was payola to get it started, but the music made it on its merits because it wasn't about sex appeal and outrageous, except with some exceptions, and Little Richards and people like that. He was outrageous on records, but still it was good, fun music.
Sure.
So that music made it on its merits, not what's happening today, where you pre-package the product and then you force-feed it, the corporations force-feed it to the radio stations and it becomes a hit. The public doesn't make hits like they did back in those days. So that may help explain some of it.
Part of the reason why I assume American Idol's been so popular, the tie-in to enable the public to be a little more involved.
It has, and it has brought out some real talents, too. Even this Jennifer Hudson, who won the Academy Award for Dreamgirl, didn't even win American Idol. But certainly she was close to winning, and she was a heck of a talent. These people have to at least have talent to win. And I think America wants that, and I think that's part Yeah, we're an entertainment society today too, but I do think there's a need for real talent, and that's part of what's fueled the success of American Idol.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Harry, I'm so sorry we've run out of time.
I know,
I'm thrilled to get
goes
you in.
fast, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We're going to follow up with you on some of those tremendous names you mentioned about getting in on the show.
We'll definitely be in touch, buddy, and good luck with everything you're doing, man.
Thanks, Harry. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Harry Turner coming up next. We had an opportunity to highlight him as an author, as a talk show host, obviously as the president of Beach Music Association International. We missed the chance to highlight him as a historian, as an instructor at Coastal Carolina University, and as an amazing all-around PR machine. Harry Turner's been making it happen year after year. Beach Music Association International is one of many. Please take a look, take the time, go to their website, bmai.net, bmai.net.